Alright, we're on. So, today I'm just going to chat about actually packaging comics. Generally, buying online, you always carry the risk of people not knowing what the fuck they're doing when they package comics. It's not that much of an issue. If it's a $2 comic, you kind of look the other way, you cringe a bit, and you move on. But if it's a $200 comic or $2,000 comic, you better know your shit if you're selling stuff and you're not packing it right. I had a comic today, cheap comic, but came in cardboard. And I'll show you what happened to the comic, obviously. And that's as a result of a few things not being done right. And many people, especially when they're new to selling, they just don't know, right? They just don't know what is right, what's wrong. So I'll give you a few things to consider. Now, first thing, know your cardboard. It sounds geek as fuck, but there are different types of cardboard, and that means there's different strengths of cardboard. There's double corrugated or confluent. They've got little B wedges and C wedges inside the cardboard. If it's double, it's good. If it's single, it's not great, but it's also, I mean, you can use it, but fuck. You stand a little bit more of a risk, right? I'm guilty of using the single ones often, but I just add 3 layers instead of 2 layers of cardboard for protection. But yeah, let me show you. These are the double ones, right? As you can see, there's 2 layers, a B and a C type of thing. Now the problem is you think you're doing the right thing by having 2 big fucking pieces of cardboard in there, but they're cut both diagonally across. So what happens is, as strong as they are, I'm not even putting any pressure on this chick there. They just fuck. They just fuck. Alright? So that means this is going to happen to your comic. So bad, never ever. If you can avoid it, align those. And if you do align it, put another piece of cardboard in to at least strengthen it. I'll show you what thinner cardboard. Look at this single layer. Thin as fuck. It's like 2 mils, right? But the difference is diagonal versus horizontal. So, bonk them together. Nothing's gonna fucking bend this, right? So, option B, pretty good. Work a little bit smarter. It doesn't have to be the biggest, thickest cardboard. But the benefit is you've got that cross section that makes sure that it doesn't bend easily. Now, to make my point even better, these 2 single ones, check it out. These are literally 2 mils each, and because they're across, here we go, they're strong as fuck. So what I usually do, because they're thinner, is I'll take one of these weak ass motherfuckers and I'll actually put 3 layers like that, and just make sure that, you know, no stupid postie or incompetent person's gonna bend it despite it saying do not bend. Best case, double confluent, cross, boom, and that's nice and thick. So this is probably a centimeter of protection for one comic. So I'm going to use this as an example, and I'll just show you as I go. So I'll tilt this down so you can see the working area. I'll move it back to, there you go. The first thing I do, find a comic to fucking use as an example. There you go. Here's a good one. It's going to be worth millions one day. So Deathlock number 1. It's got a backing board in there. What you do is you center it, right? I'll move this along. You center it on the cardboard, so no corners stick over, nothing fucking exposed. Tape it in. Oh, there you go. Tape it in place, right? If you've got more than one comic, usually tape it bottom and top. And what you're essentially doing is you're making sure that there's no movement or shifting within it. Because again, the one I received today, in this fucking cardboard, the comic was loose in there. So by the time I received it, it was bent and one of the corners was sticking out. So there you go. See, in place. It's a flimsy piece of cardboard, but like I said, you add your second layer of protection that runs across. Where's the good one? Here you go. Runs across it. The fucking good tape. Please note, at this point in time, I've not introduced bloody Glad wrap, because Glad wrap's great. I get the intent of the waterproofing on the comic, yada yada yada, but it also warps the comic if you do 5 layers on the comic directly. I don't have anything against it. I think it's a cool idea. There's different ways of doing it. You can see that these little eBay bags, they're plastic anyway, right? They're waterproof. If you want, I'm gonna use the Glad wrap, but I'll use it in a different manner. So there you go. Comics in, right? Sealed, 4 layers technically, because it's double, running across each other. It's not going to bend. So then you psychos all that Glad wrap. Take your Glad wrap and you wrap it across the book. Oh, let's do it this way. Because then you protect it, but you also don't compromise the plastic, you don't compromise the comic, because usually by the time I get a fucking comic, I'm really excited to open it, right? Whether it's a $5 comic or a $500 comic, I'm excited. I want to open it up, I want to check what I got. And that means that you've got to get the fucking cling wrap off a piece of plastic that's covering the comic. So either you cut it or you tear it, but you're inevitably going to bend the comic. This way, comic's not compromised. You get your Glad wrap fixed. You can put a toaster in there if you want. There you go. So what you can do, and some people do it, you do another seal across so that those ones are done, right? So that's it, man. That is it. This should fit in nice and tightly into a A4 bag. There you go. And that's ready to go. So I post 50 to 100 books a month, and that's how I post them. These prepaid envelopes are killer because you can just drop them off. So maybe if you're 50 grams across weight, post office won't kill you for it. These bags are even better because they're waterproof and they slink wrap, and usually they fit into a post box, which means that at least they're a little bit more protective and waterproof. Plus, you'll pay a little bit less. Obviously, if you're on tracking, prepaid satchels for up to 500 grams. That's it. You got the satchel, you got the waterproofing, you got the slim line to fit in post box, and you got return address and everything else. So that's pretty much it, man. It's not fucking rocket science. When you open it, you can do that without worrying about cutting the book. Tear it open. Still not worried about the book. Cut off the tape. Still not worried about the book because the book's nice and centered. Pop it open. And voila. So do that 100 times over. Don't use shitty fucking cardboard that only folds one way. Waterproof the book. And happy selling. Nobody's going to fucking complain. So winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's it. Thank you. Bye.